It's about that time.
Pre-record on my count. 7, 6, 5, 4.
Here we go, Roger.
On Insights, two eyes in the middle. INSIIGHTS, where we always talk the talk.
My patient co-host, Rick Brown. My producer, you can't hear me? Now, my producer telling me to say it was lightning. Talk about we got a lightning delay. It's lightning somewhere.
And it is. And it is.
Yes, it is.
And it
but
is.
The truth of the matter is, I couldn't get a tape downloaded and then figured up to come up on Streamlab. I just couldn't get it straight. But I got it straight. Mr. Legendary from Lakeland, Florida, by way of Washington, D.C. B. Porter. Rick Brown.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate the intro to the coach that everyone loves to hate because they love to hate him because they couldn't have him as a coach. That's why they don't like him. His name is Coach Clayton.
Oh,
my man.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you, man.
What's going on, man?
Kind of a somber day, really. We talked a few weeks ago at the direction of my medical doctor to please advise your community to get the COVID shot. And we had a show about COVID. Leon County is made it through the first weekend of football, only to run into head bumps for the second week. Got bumps in the road. North Florida Christian game canceled this weekend. Somebody in quarantine, they can't play. Leon High School canceled their game this weekend. Covid-19, their game was against Ricketts.
Oh.
So that's 3 area teams that are not playing. This only Tuesday. Rick, this is only Tuesday.
And that was just a kickoff classic.
Somebody else asked, I said, well, what about the classic? I said, I can't speak on the classic. I don't know what's going on in the classic. Down there in Broward and Dade County with higher rates of COVID-19 than anywhere else. And then the argument. We've had children at the elementary school here in Tallahassee die.
No.
Die. We got staff members at that same elementary school in intensive care. I mean, and there's somebody say the village idiot still arguing about masks. And on this show that we're doing tonight, we have people with a lot of opinions, but if you ask them to say those opinions.
Yeah. I don't it boggles my mind. It really does. And it seems like I'm starting to sound like a tape recorder or a record player, rather, because I keep scratching and remixing when I say, all right, you got people saying they don't want to wear a mask or whatever, or they don't want to get vaccinated or whatever. But they say that if you get vaccinated, you won't die. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's my Washington, D.C., Florida A&M education. But it to me, that doesn't make sense to me. That if you're telling me I could take something and I won't die if I catch it, but if I don't take it and I catch it, I could die. What do you people have a death wish? No, now I know I'm speaking to the choir because I'm sure most of the fans of the Mick and Rick show, they already know they're not tuning in. Which hey, maybe we need Thanos from the Marvel comics to snap his fingers and get rid of some of the the village idiots, because it it's mind-boggling, because this is something that we're going to have to deal with for a while. And if you don't get a hold on it, a grip on it now, oh, Coach, I've told you this before, especially with dealing with other subjects. I hate talking just to talk if no one's listening or no one's paying attention. Then why should I waste my breath? Look, I do enough to cancel the few breaths I have left. I'm not trying to waste it, but I'm trying to beg you guys. Listen, I love sports. I've always loved sports. I want to see sports. You know what? I even love a lot of you people. I don't want to see you go. Come on, folks. Come on.
Oh, Rick, don't think we're not. I mean, that we're not above critics. I mean, because I'm getting some pretty interesting comments relative to the stand that we've taken on Insights, and I guess as somebody told me as recently as today, one thing about you, Coach, is whether you agree with it or not, you're gonna kind of let people know where you stand on stuff, and that's where it is. I said you don't have to guess what Mickey Clayton is thinking, because he's gonna pretty much tell you. Now, understand that means you might not like me, and that's fine, but you know what you get from me, and I've always been that way. And people that I'm in their corner, I'm always in their corner. When you're loyal to somebody, when they're your friend, even though sometimes you're a better friend to them than they are to you. That's not, I don't measure it that way. I don't measure it that way. We have players and former players that I still hear from. Because as one of them told me, said, Coach Clayton always has a bar set for you that you don't think that you could reach. And he pushes you until you get there. And then once you get there, he raises that bar again, makes you keep on going. He never gets satisfied with where you are. But that's kind of Rick how I am. And when I do stuff, I do it in excess. Straight no chaser. Yesterday this time, I was in the bed dead asleep. Thought I had figured out how to keep from dehydrating for a third time in my whole life. I've done it twice now. Hospitalized one time for almost 2 weeks. In my mind, I want to walk Monday through Friday, 9 holes. Want to walk now, get my exercise in. In my mind, I knew I had to be out there by 8 o'clock, 8:15 the latest, 2 hours, 10 o'clock, 10:15 done. I'm going to go to one course. I'm not going to play yesterday. I'm going to go Heileman and just go to the range. Get over there, Heileman's closed. So it's late. I said, I want to do something. So I'm going to go ahead and walk 9. It was 10:15. Couldn't make 9. Couldn't make 9. The guy I was with who was riding, who I just happened to run into him because I golf with him on the weekends, he like, Coach, you all right? I said, I'm good. He said, man, you know how hot it is out here? You trying to walk. I don't know about you. Got the hole 6. I said, you know what, man, I ain't going to make it. I'm going in. They said, well, okay. Well, Coach, come on. Get in the golf cart. We'll take you back. I said, I could walk. No, get in the golf cart. So they got me in the golf cart. reached outside the golf cart, the riding one, and pulled my pull cart. Took me to the truck. They got out, cranked my truck up, turned the AC on. They got out, opened up my truck, put my golf clubs in there. Coach, don't go nowhere. 15 minutes, 20 minutes, just sit here and get cool. I'm sitting in the car trying to getting cool. Didn't know I was as bad as that. Dozed off. Dallas Williams comes by. He says, "You all right, Coach?" I said, Yeah. He said, "Look like you passed out." I said, "I don't think so, but I appreciate you checking on me." So I'm like, I got to move from here. Let me get to Studio 13. I get behind the wheel. I can't see shit. It's like the sun shining in the window. I reached for my sunglasses, and I was able to see them. Got myself to Studio 13, turned the air up on high, sat my big overweight ass in one spot until I cooled off and was better. That's 3 times, Rick. What I'm saying is I do stuff on overkill. I don't know how to downsize or go at stuff halfway. That's what we did in the booster office. That's what we did in the booster office. We went in the booster office doing on game day, 5 o'clock on Saturday morning, setting up 2 people, me and my assistant. Then you go in at that afternoon, and the vice president will know, how come I don't have on a linen shirt and shorts? And I said, I done changed clothes 3-4 times. I've been out here since you been asleep. Painting stuff, moving stuff, working out, changed outfits 4 times a day. That's just how we are. I mean, when it comes down, I'm old school. When it comes time to do stuff, I don't know how to do it in moderation. But if I don't learn how to do some things in moderation, I'm going to be in trouble. But I'm saying that we talk to COVID, they get mad. I really don't care if people get mad. If we get one more person to do something,
amen,
then that's one person we save. I want to give a special shout out to a longtime friend, and we hate that he left from Tallahassee down there in Central Florida, Jordy. Man, Jordy, one of my all-time favorite people. Anytime we had an activity in Studio 13, we can get Jordy in here, and man, we get them ribs going. Jordy be right there. But COVID is something, and we just gonna keep on preaching it, and keep on preaching it.
You're right, and we have to, because, I mean, yes, we're about the kids. That's how we started the first show. Remember, we're about the kids, but we're about everyone. I mean, we've always been. It's not about. It's not about us. It really isn't. I mean, I'm not playing no more. My basketball, football, baseball, cross country careers are over. It's not about me no more. But I still want to cover some of you guys growing up. I would love to see you guys in the pros, but I can't do it unless you help me here, guys. Help us. Help us.
Well, talking about golf, and I got a special guest here. Let's get him on.
My name is Marquise Taylor. Like he said, I'm from Tallahassee, Florida, and I'm a sophomore in college at Miles College. And yeah, I went to Leon all 4 years. I graduated last year, 2020.
Tell me how you started playing golf.
I started pretty young. My mom bought me some clubs at probably like 5 or 6, and I just kept up with it throughout, middle school, high school. I met this guy named Hank Sykes. He took me out pretty much every day and just grew from there. you know, on the course and off the course.
That's interesting. Typically, with black athletes, we tend to pick up basketball, football, baseball at an early age.
Right.
What made it different for you? What was it about golf for you at 5 or 6?
It's just really something I was always interested in it, you know. Just
Golf being an expensive sport to play,
Right.
how was it you were able to play?
I met this lady named Jan. You know, she helped me out. I met her at Highlandman Golf Course. She let me volunteer out here at a young age for free golf. At a very young age, I think I was like 12 or 13. I come out here, volunteer every weekend, and in exchange for golf, free balls, and free rounds of golf. And that's how I was able to get into it.
So Jan Auger, I think is her last name. Jan kind of helped allow you to work on the golf course for payment. That's how she paid you. She let you work on the course.
Yeah, for payment. You know, I'll pick up balls, clean clubs, wash carts, you know, stuff like that for free golf, and that's how I was able to get into it. You know, meet people out here and just take it on from there.
Has golf been able to allow you to meet people that have had an effect on your life?
Oh yeah, for sure. Golf, I've met so many great people out here on the course. It's amazing, and just people that just want to see you succeed, want to see you, you know, be the best you can be in life out here on the golf course. Yeah, because of golf, you know.
Okay.
The golf course really is my getaway. It was my getaway, you know. Growing up, I just loved being at the course. I was never comfortable home or inside the house. The golf course always been my getaway, just get away from stuff at home, and you know, just loved it.
Okay. So this is where you found your peace?
Yeah, this is most definitely. Come home after school, just do homework out here and straight to the course, practice, and this is what I loved. I loved it.
You did your homework. I might have misunderstood you. Did you do your homework home or you did your homework here?
Did my homework out here on the course. I just come out right after school, do some homework, and straight to the course. You know, straight to chipping the putt and hitting balls.
Would you go somewhere in the clubhouse or you go to a particular hole and be outside? Where would you go on the golf course and do your homework?
In the clubhouse or in the restaurant at the clubhouse. Mostly at times in the restaurant I do homework. In the clubhouse or in the restaurant is where I do my homework most of the times, or outside on the picnic table. Some days, depends, you know.
Was there ever anybody or people that would help you sometimes with?
Not really. I mean, Jan probably would ask me some questions if I needed help, but I never really needed help. You know, doing work.
What made your mom buy you some golf clubs?
I have no idea. I have no clue.
It wasn't like you were playing golf or anything. She just bought you some golf clubs one day?
She just found some Snoopy. It was a Snoopy set of kid clubs. Like I think that's the name of them. It was a cartoon character named Snoopy.
Mm-hmm.
It was a Snoopy set of kid clubs, and she just bought them. I just loved them. And I just started playing, hitting balls in the backyard.
Well, tell me what it was like being at Leon playing golf.
It was a great experience, you know, just meeting people. Like, I've known like my best friend. He was on the team. He's on the team at Leon, and just meeting people and competing with other people from schools. It was a great experience. I was a first team All-Big Band 2 years. Yeah.
What kind of student were you?
I wouldn't say I was an AB student, but I was a good student. Stayed out of trouble. Always stayed out of trouble. Did my work.
Okay, tell us about it. You said you had all brothers. How many of y'all is it?
5 boys total. My mom had 5 boys total. I'm the second oldest. I have an older brother.
Wow, 5 of y'all. We were just laughing because there's 3 of us. We fought all the time. We grown and still fight.
Yeah, me and my brother, we got into it. It's normal, natural, but we got into it pretty much every week. It was something we bumping about, so fighting about. So No, I'm the only one in my family that picked up a golf club and started playing golf.
I need you to tell the truth. You probably the only one your mom bought some Snoopy golf clubs for.
Oh yeah, at a young age, my mom bought me some clubs, some Snoopy clubs, a set of clubs, and I don't know why she bought them, but I just fell in love with them and just started from there. Man.
What are you majoring in Miles?
I majored in business management.
And what is your short-term, long-range goals? Does it revolve around golf or does it revolve around something else?
It revolves around golf. Hopefully, my goal is to get on play pro golf for sure. Get on the APGA tour soon. You know, that doesn't work out. Probably start my own head pro somewhere. You know, golf and teaching others how to play the game, grow the game, and the culture.
What is it about Miles that has attracted you like it has?
At Miles, it's just like family. The people there is amazing. They look after you. They take care of you. You know, the coach, my coach, man, he's a great man. Take care of me. He took care of me. He fed me. You know. I just love Miles, man. The environment, the city, Birmingham. It's just a great city.
At 19 years old, what would you tell a 6-year-old version of yourself about life coming up? With what you've learned now at 19, what would you tell a younger version of yourself that you think would help a younger version of you get to where you are?
There's gonna be times where it's gonna get rough. You know, it's gonna be times where it's gonna get rough. You just gotta keep your head up, maintain, push through, for sure. Never quit, man. Never quit. You can't quit. You know, always stick to it. No matter how hard it gets, how frustrated you get, always stick to it. Always show love to the game. Show love to what you do. All out. Go all out.
The younger version of you, share something that you went through where you were about to quit and you didn't.
I'll have to say 9th grade year, my mom got real sick, so it was kind of hard, and I didn't want to play the game because it was like I said, it was expensive. It was kind of hard, so it was kind of hard not to play the game also, but I couldn't play the game because we couldn't afford it. So that's one time I wanted to quit, but I didn't quit, so I kept my head up. That's it.
What kept you from quitting?
That's all I got, really. You know, there's nothing I can fall back on. That's all I got. A game, golf.
That boy said,
Man.
"That's all I got."
Mm.
You know how deep that is for somebody to say, "That's all I got."
Mm. Mm. You know, I was looking and I was listening to him and his demeanor. He has the perfect demeanor of a golfer. I just he doesn't get ruffled, just calm. Even the tough questions, he was just calm. And you have to have that kind of demeanor on a golf course. You have to. They talk about in other sports, basketball, you missed 5 shots, you got to keep on going. In football on a cornerback, if you get beat, you got to forget about that play for the next play. And all coaches always talk about don't let the last play, the last game, beat you the next time. Golf is even more so that way because it's all on you. So you can't blame anyone else. It's on you. So you have to have a cool, calm, collective mentality to play the game. You can't beat John McEnroe out there. You can't be Rick Brown out there because he wants to throw clubs into the woods. His driver, 2 of them. Yeah.
The other part of it, you did hear him say that Jan,
I did.
who we had on the show, Camus and him, they and this particular young man, she wanted me to interview him, but she did not think really that he would do it because he was so shy and withdrawn. And when I met him, I said, Mikey, I want to do a story on you. He said, yes, sir. Okay. And I said, well, when you want to do it? He said, whenever you have time. And Jan was sitting there watching, and she was like, did he really say that? So he usually doesn't put more than a sentence or 2 together. But going back to what you said about doing this for the kids, as I talk to coaches and the student athletes, we try to tell them that, this is for them, to teach them how to handle these situations and how to do it.
Right.
And I just got a text from Marquis. He said, that was great. Thank you. Man, you welcome, Marquis. And we would go through the interview process with him, and he'd get nervous. And no, don't worry about it. I'm not trying to get you in any trick stuff.
Right.
We'll just redo it. We'll edit it out.
Right.
But when he told me his mom bought him some golf clubs, she brought me some Snoopy golf clubs. My laughter just overtook everything. I mean, it's something my mom would do.
It's cute.
Yeah.
Right.
And for him to be able to tell people that that's what she did.
Yeah.
That made it funny. But we also have a part in here, where we've had John Grant, who we've always done some things with. And I told him that we would run.
The HBCU football experience is back in Atlanta on August 28th. College Game Day, the Coca-Cola fan experience, the Battle of the Bands, the Cricket MEAC Swag Challenge will have it all. Visit MEACSwagChallenge.com for more information.
Right.
Right.
Oh, right there. Got me pumped up for some football. Are you ready for some football?
Here we go.
Football bands and one of the best fan experiences in the country. The Cricket MEAC Swag Challenge kickoff returns to Atlanta on August 28th along with special guests, College Game Day. Then Alcorn State takes on North Carolina Central with conference bragging rights on the line. Center Park Stadium is the place to be on August 28th. Come tailgate all day before enjoying a primetime matchup on the gridiron. You don't want to miss this. Check out MEACSwagChallenge.com for more information.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh.
Well, we did, John told us he wanted us there, but we, sent our request for press credentials and Family Rattler turned us down. It's just interesting. We can get to the NFL Hall of Fame and take 4 or 5 people if we want to go. Florida Classic. Go to different Jacksonville Jaguars. We get opportunities to go to stuff. We don't even go with our press credentials. But we get asked to go over there, and all of a sudden, it's an issue. That's what I was saying about people. You people love you or they hate you. Sometimes they dislike you for something you don't even know what it's about. I know y'all trying to say, Lord, there you go again. What we always say, straight no chaser! Straight no chaser!
I really think it was some misunderstanding here.
Nah, we've been through that 2-3 years with this particular
It's
person.
going to be okay.
Yeah, thank
Celebration Bowl, when the COVID numbers come down, we'll be able to go. It's going to be great. Everything's going to be fine.
Rick, be quiet. You got denied too, so.
I got denied because, and that's fine. I understand. It's okay.
Might even have been your classmate.
Yeah, that's something that's going to have to. We have a discussion about that one. But that's okay. It's okay. You know, we'll get the next one. It's all good.
But
It's
see,
good.
this is the part of it, Rick, for real. I go to support John.
Yeah.
He's always supported me. I go to support him, be able to let our listeners, viewers know what's going on, give them an inside track on what's going on. We get people who don't know anything about HBCU football. So we try to let them know about the experience and things like that. So, and John has always been a person that's helped us. And anything that we could do to help him, whatever endeavor he's in, that's what we try to do too. So we'll just do it home watching on TV this time.
You know, and when we do go to the Celebration Bowl in December, you know, we'll bring the experience like no other. We'll take them to tailgating. We'll take them in the pregame and the fifth quarter, which a lot of mainstream knows nothing about the fifth quarter, and we're not talking about the watering holes here, like the 19th hole, folks. The fifth quarter is when the bands get down and they have their own showdown. So, I mean, we have something to look forward to and to bring to the people. So we'll be there when it's time. The timing wasn't right this time. It's okay. It's fine. It will be right in December, and we will be there and we will see Rattler Tiffany Green on ESPN, hopefully, and during the game, and maybe game day will come back out, and then you have insights or the Mick and Rick show doing our thing. So we'll be there for you. We're going to be there. We're speaking it into existence, Coach. We're speaking it into existence.
Speak it.
Yes. Two quick things. 8/24, today's date. I saw they said it's Mamba Day. Hats off to Kobe Bryant, rest in heaven, Kobe, and Gigi and everyone else. I thought that was kind of cute. 8/24. And for those who don't know, those were his numbers. He came into the league as number 8, and he ended it at 24. And last week, such a good show, I didn't bring it up, but I believe it was the 9th anniversary to the day of Insights. 9 years, Coach. 9 years.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Who'd have thunk it? You do know where I got that idea from to do it, don't you?
I don't think I heard the story.
It's a story to everything. Actually, I was a booster director. And there was a time when a lot of the departments at the university did not even have websites. Mr. Gerald Tooks, who was in office, tried to put together a website for athletics and the boosters. And boy, did they bombard him when it wasn't what they thought it should be. We kind of had some stuff on Facebook that I had in all my other jobs in general studies and student activities that I started. And every time I changed jobs, I would change the title on that Facebook page. So when I went to the Booster Club, at one time we had the largest number of FAMU supporters than any other organization on campus. And then the university itself got involved, and that was it. They went blowing by us. But we were always, trying to stay ahead of the curve. So I had talked to him. I said, well, can we put together on our web site, can we put together ability to show non-revenue sports? Can we create a Hall of Fame? A lot of the things I ask about doing with interviews and things like that, they said, Mickey, that's really a great idea. I said, I just need somebody to show me just a little bit of it. and I can run with it. Yeah, well, we'll get somebody to help you. Well, that never came. So as time kind of came closer to me to retire, and I had a 2-year contract with the Booster Club, I started with my insights, putting it together myself. If you believe in something, then do it yourself. You know anything? I was a coach. I know anything about putting together anything. And so we were able to get it together, get it up and running. And we're one of the first to actually do podcasts and different things, and been able to have longevity doing it. And it's okay. Our fingerprints on a lot of stuff. You know, you're kind of in one of them positions where you have an idea, it gets shot down. Then in 2 years, it's somebody else's idea and they run with it. I always told my students when I was doing orientation at college, and one of the first things you want to find out when you do a job, when you get hired, is to find out if your supervisor wants to hear your opinion or not. If they don't want to hear your opinion, then stop giving it to them. It does not mean they have to follow your opinion, but you can tell if they're interested in what you have to say or not, you know. And if they're not really interested, then don't give them nothing else, because it doesn't matter to them, because they move right on over you. But if they want to nurture you and help you to grow, because when we came along, a lot of us had people at FAMU ahead of us that nurtured us, took care of us, helped us. Alton Royal and Financial Aid, Colonel Sam Washington, I could get kids in school. The dorms open on Friday, and I could get them in school on Sunday. I mean, he would help us. He said, Mickey, you got a way of working with those kids over there in special services with Ben McCune, and those kids graduate. So if you get them over there, I know that you're going to do what you need to do to get them in. But we had people who helped you. Coach Mungin, Pop Kittles, Bobby Lang, all those guys who would talk to you about what to do and not to do. And a lot of that, as you kind of went along the way at that HBCU that we call home, that we're from, has fallen by the wayside. And a lot of it is because a lot of the people there aren't from FAMU. That don't mean they don't love what they're doing, but it's kind of hard when you like being in a church and you brought up in a church. That's your church home, regardless if you and the pastor have a fallout or not. That's your church home. So that's the way it is at FAMU. But that's how Insights got started. And we've had people to assist us and help us, and I mean, helping us and showing us, even doing the Insights football games. I mean, doing this stuff during COVID, yeah, we ain't trying to do no high school games. COVID now is worse in Leon County than it's ever been. Why would you go out there now to try to do it when we wouldn't do it last year? That just doesn't make sense to me. So it's a matter of being safe. And, you know, we kind of pushed the MICKNRICK show and Insights magazine, which we have more control over. And I got my partner in crime, Rick Brown. And, you know, between us, we do what we do. We just keep people more pissed off, because actually that kind of motivates me. Every time you get mad, I know I must be doing something right. So we just keep on doing
it. Prof. Wilson, Roosevelt Wilson, may he rest in peace, my journalism mentor at FAM, always told me, he said, Rick, if you're doing something that everyone agrees with you, you're not doing it right. You're not doing it right. Now, that doesn't mean to always go against the grain. Mm-hmm. But if you're doing it, especially in journalism, because you're supposed to be straight and narrow. You're supposed to be on a straight line. Now, of course, we all have our inherent biases. Still, that story is supposed to be both-sided. It's supposed to be even. And if it is even, you can tell. When I was covering sports, I had FSU mad at me, Miami mad at me one week, Florida mad at me, and then my own alma mater mad at me 1 week for calling it like it was. I'm like, okay, I can't give you all flowers every week, because you don't do we don't do all flowers every week. We don't. It's not human. So you got to take the good and the bad. And I know you don't want the bad out there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not looking for the bad, but news is news. I mean, and I've always given it to you straight, and I'm not going to change. And I didn't change back then. So your Insights has been on 9 years. You must be doing something damn good. So kudos, coach, and nameless executive producer. Kudos to all who's had their hands and who's been a part of Insights, because through every series, through every show, it helps us grow. And I thank you. I thank the people in the past, and I thank you fans for sticking with us. Make sure you subscribe, leave comments, get other people share too. Share so other people can see that we're going to give it to you. You like it one week, fine. You don't the next week, you know how we're going to give it to you. And we appreciate you.
And we appreciate it. Now, Rick, we're getting ready to close, but we're going to close on this note.
All right.
You know, when we say it, they're like, oh, man, them two guys, they just running off like the mouth. Okay. All right. We watched this expansion go on in the Power Five now, and the ACC and SEC, and now with ACC, the Pac-12 is what, really 6, and the Big Ten and all of them now communicating, talking about joining a union and all that, which we call. But once again, for our HBCU people, y'all heard it first, and we'll continue to say it. All of the HBCUs and colleges should come together under one umbrella. They said, we've said it before. The MEAC doesn't even have a commissioner. You should come together under one umbrella. The SIAC, the CIAA, the SWAC, one umbrella. Why is it as a people we can't get together to do something? Can you imagine how that would be if you actually brought them all under one umbrella? Talk about the ability to market something for the betterment of everybody. But I could tell you right now, it'd be an issue with egos over who led this, who did that. And and see, the smaller schools aren't really making that much money. All those CIAA tournament, one hell of an event. Yeah, we need to partner with them so we could be a part of CIAA basketball tournament and have that kind of thing going at the larger conferences. But the strength of that CIAA tournament is everybody's like within a 50-mile radius of each other. So they all hate each other and love each other. So they all on each other's campus every weekend hanging out. But to be able to put those conferences together, have their own set of academic requirements, because we keep telling you the NCAA is not going to be the NCAA that you know in another 2 football seasons tops. Get ahead of the curve. Let's act rather than react. When it happens, we're going to go back and pull these clips out that we've been telling y'all about to get everybody together under one cause. Under one cause. If all those Power 5 conferences and arch enemies and rivals can get together, driven by the almighty dollar, we ought to be able to get together too, and rub those 2 quarters together, because we're not getting much more than that.
Yeah, come together for the barbecue.
Exactly right.
Come together.
One
right
of the
now
I had in Atlanta was the pregame and going around with the people tailgating and stuff like you were talking about. One, when you go to HBCU event, they feed everybody. Not like I need to be fed, but they feed everybody and talk cash, as my grandson says, talk smack. Don't walk in there, fam, you not even playing. Oh, they start on you as soon as they see orange and green. Man, we beat y'all 28-21 on September 15th. It was 8:07 when the game ended. We wrote that book. I mean, they start on you when you walk. You ain't even got to say nothing to you. to them. Yes, you got on orange or green. They got hate. I mean, but it's all good. I mean, everybody having a good time, hanging out, you know, and Atlanta is kind of the place to be, you know.
Second favorite city.
I'm like, you
We've
got
said,
one more week.
we talked about that.
Got one more week. Got one more week. And I have to say that I was in Jacksonville for the Tim Tebow's last snap in the NFL.
Oh.
I wasn't there for Tim, but I was there for my Browns, who won handily with their second and third team. The Browns starters hadn't played in either one of the games yet. They're trying to get them to the 17-game season. But when you're a Browns fan, you are a Browns fan. And if you would support a team as bad as we've been, you know, we kind of happy just even to get to 500. We pretty late right now.
y'all have done well. Y'all have done well. Oh, Coach, one more thing. Congratulations to J.R. Smith. Yes, the basketball player, the former basketball player, now college golfer. Got approved today he can play college golf for North Carolina A&T. Congratulations. I think that's great that a professional athlete has decided to go back to school and try something else.
They putting him on scholarship?
No. No. He may have to pay for a few scholarships, you know. But still, I mean, it's the thought, man. It's the thought.
Hey, I'm not mad with any black man doing anything, and so I mean, we'll see what his transcript looks like. But he's gonna have fun. And how many of you think it's gonna happen to now? That's gonna try to go back and play golf. But we know it won't be Charles Barkley.
Yeah, and I don't think Mike is going to go to Winston-Salem or anything like that. So,
and I'm gonna close with NBA Rookie of the Year, Jalen Green from Houston.
Nah.
NBA Rookie of the Year.
Heck of a summer league, but we'll see when it's game time.
Okay, and who you putting your money on? That's what I thought.
no, because you could go Cade, because I loved his game during summer league. I love Jalen's. I loved your boy from in Cleveland.
Evan Mobley.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And dude from Sacramento, who played with Butler, who won the national championship.
Bone, you're not talking about Bones Highland.
Not Butler. He played. Who won the national championship? Darn it! The Texas team, Baylor. Davion Butler.
Davion Mitchell.
Mitchell. Dang, go Butler. The Butler did it. Give me a drink.
Well, the reason I remember Mitchell because was my phone blew up when they did the introductions. Everybody talking about, you see his mom? She's a looker. I said, if y'all don't get off my phone talking about the boy mama, you see what she wearing? Oh my goodness. I said, y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop. It's a good thing I'm feeling better today, because otherwise I'd have called your name out. You know who I'm talking about.
I know where you're going. I was thinking it. I'm not going to do it, though.
Everybody don't do their show like we do our show, boy. We call you out. And hey, y'all get ready. It's almost time for the fan night. You know, it's almost time for us to get together and discuss the NFL teams coming up. And those couple things, the Cowboys. Y'all ain't even got a quarterback. Pittsburgh, Roethlisberger came in 15 pounds lighter. Boy, he was slinging it pretty good when I saw it. You know, Then he got Najee. They were killing that pick at first, and I'm like, why is it? Well, I think that's such a terrible pick. They didn't have a running back. They got one now and can catch the ball. So I don't think anybody in that division to get any better. So it's going to be interesting, the discussion on who the top rookie quarterbacks are, because there's a couple of them. Your boy with the Jets is doing all right too.
And what is the boy from San Francisco?
Yeah, Justin Fields. No, Justin's with Chicago.
Yeah. Lance
and Trey Lance.
If he can beat out Jimmy G, or when he beats out Jimmy G.
Well, how about Jameis Winston? He's throwing dimes, ain't
he? Yeah, last night was impressive for first quarter.
If he could not throw interceptions, they say he'll be special. I mean, that's a mighty big if, but
and if it was a fifth, I'll be feeling really good right now.
You know what? I think I might need to close the show on that one there, Rick. You're a little special sometimes here. You know that?
From Insights. Visit our website at insights.com. 2 I's in the middle. INSIIGHTS.
Insights is a copyright of Mac4 Enterprises, a Florida corporation. This broadcast is produced under the exclusive ownership of Mac4 Enterprises and is the intellectual property and trademark of Mac4 Enterprises. Comments of the host and other individual speakers on Insights represent their independent thoughts and representation.
Wear your damn mask.
I know that's right. Unless you really want it to be the end. Good night, all. We'll see y'all next week.
Deuces.